rarely it doesn't like do something.
Yeah, so we're watching
Sometimes
video.
it doesn't want you to do that.
So we are watching a video after the lab?
And actually,
Huh? After the lab?
which I never really take knowledge.
We are after the lab.
But
Oh, okay.
you could like write this stuff down and like look at it and like study it.
I feel like I'm doing this wrong.
What number are you on?
17.
Huh?
17.
Is that the subtraction one?
Mm-hmm.
Give me just a second. Alright, what do you do first? And please, you guys, keep it down to a little more. What do you do first? Separate them? Alright, so your first one's going to be a 2x, right? So x squared minus 5x minus 4. This one's a minus 1, right? Okay, so does everybody agree we're good there? Here's your second part, and then here's your 2x minus 1. Okay, so what's 2 times 1?
2x to the third.
Alright, so 2x to the third, because you multiply your coefficients and you add your exponents.
Minus 11x squared.
Well, but where do you get that? Because what's 5 times 2?
Negative 5.
No, what's 5 times 2?
Oh,
Okay, and then you got a minus, so it's minus 10.
Yeah, that's what I was reading.
So what's your x? 1, 2, 3, what?
Oh, they weren't.
Right, because you have 1 here and 1 here, so it's 10x to the 2. Alright, so what is negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. You have 1x, so you just got to bring it over, right?
I'm trying to give you the answer.
Okay,
Something in would be negative.
so,
Would be negative x squared
okay.
plus 5x.
Right, because you got a negative times negative is positive, and 5 times 1 is 5. There's no x. So then here you have negative 1 times negative 4 is what?
4.
Alright, so let's break down. Do we have any other x cubed?
No. So it's
Okay.
going down.
Do we have, and we have this x squared, and we have this one. So we have a negative 10 and a negative 1, which is what?
15.
No.
Or no, not 15 now. Oh,
10 plus
11,
one.
Negative 11.
Negative 11x squared, so that takes care of that one and that one.
Then minus 3.
Right, because we have a negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3x. So those are gone, and then plus 4. So here's your answer.
See, there's on 18, it's kind of just like that. It's complex, about the same, have the problem of it.
Yeah, the only difference is you got a 2 instead of a 1 at the back end.
So when we add those, what do we have to add them to little x's to the little?
You add the exponents. So like right here, you have an x to the first power because there's not an exponent, which anytime you don't have a number, you can put a 1. So you have a 1 and then a 2. So same bases, x's are the same. So what's 1 plus 2?
3.
Which is right there. So 2x to the third power. Okay. And then next you've got that 2x and 5x, so you have an x to the first power next to the first power. So when you multiply them, it's actually x to the second.
If you can distribute, you can do this stuff.
This is, yeah, it's distribution. You're going to multiply your coefficients and add your exponents.
How would you start number 18? Because it's like flipped.
Same way. I'll put it back up in a minute. Alright, so is that right?
Yeah.
Same way. Start here. Then you're going to put your big one. Right? And then you have a minus 2. And then you put the big one.
That's what you do.
Same thing. Doesn't matter if it's in the front or the back. Distribution doesn't matter as long as you get it distributed out. You see what I'm saying? But you can always move it like this. Because see here, this right here is this and this. See what I'm saying? And then this and this is just this one right here. So split your small one up, no matter if it's front or back. And then your big one will stay intact until you finish it. Okay. Back to 17. There's 17. Get them. 16, 17. Jordan, you finished?
Yeah.
Does everybody have 16 and
Oh,
17 down?
Yeah, I even have that one done.
Oh, that's
Get 16 and 17.
Yeah, that's it.
So on 21, would it like be like the x to the third plus 5x squared?
20, hold on. Keep going.
To plus 5x and then minus 2.
This key's
I
far.
wasn't sure because I was like, I get one of them down and I thought I did something wrong.
Multiply your coefficients and then add your exponents. Okay?
You said it's 24. You have 3x and then you have 2x. And they're both 1s, so would that make it 1?
Where you on this one?
Or 18.
Yeah, you would either add, are there signs opposite?
Well, you know that x and 1 is pluses and it's positive 3 and positive 3. It's pretty much on there.
Where, right here? Is that what you're looking at? Is it here and here?
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Here and here?
Yeah.
Are you multiplying? You multiply your coefficients. So you have to multiply 3 times 2. Right. Yeah, because you're going to add your exponents. So 1 plus 1 is 2.
So for 15x cubed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, that's what I'm saying. You guys have to look at these pieces individually. You multiply your coefficients and you add only the exponents until you get to this step right here. And then you're just going to add or subtract according to your signs. Okay, but when you're distributing out, multiply your exponents, multiply your coefficients, and add your exponents. Okay, once you get that done, then it's just adding or subtracting. Okay, but distributing is multiplying first, then adding your exponents. Somebody give me a second hour today.
I'll do it. Not, they might not learn what they need to learn, but they'll come out of it with something.
That would probably give you the headache that I have right now. They're doing systems of equations. It's not panning out so well.
Wait, I thought that was good at that.
That was the one where you put it into y equals mx plus b format and then put in the calculator.
Oh, yeah, that was good
Yeah,
at
that
that.
was easy.
Y'all were pretty good at that one. They not so much so.
That's because you're dumb.
That was the only thing I was good at.
Okay, just search. Girl control.
If we had a job
Look at
that was just
15.
doing establishing equations.
Hold on one second. Cherokee.
We don't be doing anything.
We'd be like,
Ah, that caught me.
Okay, 15, I'm with you.
Huh?
Which question?
That's on 18.
Oh, sorry, on 18. Are you checking your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Okay, go ahead.
I have 15x with 3.
Okay.
And then negative 4x as the answer. Second pound.
No, it's like just.
And then negative 4x. 4x. Negative 1.
It should be a negative 7x plus 2. You got signs backwards or something. First two are right.
No, I have to redo it.
Last two are not.
so now we just combine the like green.
After you've multiplied, now it's just adding or subtracting.
Okay. How do we know what to look for?
Look for the sign in front of whatever one you're working with. No, when did we do the matrices? Look right over here, Dalton, on this one. See how this would be a negative 10 right here? That would be a negative 8, negative x, positive 5. So you're going for the sign in front of the number you're dealing with.
Like this x. There's a negative 4x that by itself, like in
And that would just, no, something's not right. On which number? 18? You should have a minus 6x right here from this one. You have minus 6x at the front? No, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Then over here you have minus 10x squared minus 4x plus 2. Right there. Hang on, something's not right. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. No, that's not right. What's wrong? 5x squared plus 2x. Oh, that's a minus 1. Sorry. It is a minus 3, I'm sorry. I wrote that down wrong. So then Cherokee, here's your 15x to the third. Then you have this one, which becomes a minus 4x squared, right?
Yeah.
But then you have a minus 3x and a minus 4x, which is a negative 7x. And then a plus 2.
I think I forgot I have to put the X with the 3, so it's probably like,
Well, mistakes are easy. You see mine up there in pen. You know what I'm saying? Any other questions? You guys gotta get done with this due tomorrow morning when you walk in the door.
okay, so on 22, would that be like 3x to the third minus 1x squared? No? I see, I thought I was messing up, so I just messed up.
Well, go back and check, cause it looks like you did not bring your, it looks like you're not multiplying by 2x.
6x, 2, square 2. Yeah, well, that one I am. Maybe it's still -1.
But that's a positive one at the back on
What happens
22.
to when it's when it's not, it is angry.
When it's what?
When it's multiplied.
When what's multiplied?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
What number are you looking at?
I don't know.
Okay, so what about 19?
How would you know when it's like multiplied or not?
Because there's parentheses, it's always gonna be multiplied. Anytime you have parentheses, you have to distribute. If something's on the outside, you have to distribute into it. That's how you get rid of your parentheses. So you're always gonna have multiplication. You guys have any other questions about these? Alright, keep working.
Alright, so would it, so did I get the like 6x for the third round?
That part's right.
Plus 5x squared and minus 7x minus 4. Yeah, I figured it out. There's that back one I messed up on.
Well, and you saw what happened when I messed up right here. You see what I'm saying? All it takes is one little oops, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wrong little number or something that can totally mess your whole problem up.
You know, for some reason this semester in math I'm actually doing better than I was last semester.
That surprises me, not because of you, but because this semester is notoriously harder in math.
I mean, like, that's
This is a harder semester, this is a harder semester of the two. Last semester's a lot of reviewing for what you've already seen. This one's mostly all new stuff.
See, last semester
I
was
didn't
like,
see a lot of it where it didn't like click in and stay.
I had a 99.
Algebra is very abstract. You can't see the connection, it's hard to see it. Geometry is visual, you can see the connection. You can see the angles, you can see the triangles.
I love geometry.
But here, it's all very much abstract.
If you can do geometry, mostly you can see, mostly you can't do it.
Like I could do geometry like that.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's very normal.
You can't do
Most people are either left-brained or right-brained. The artsy-fartsy kind of people who love art, they're definitely more geometry side. The ones that like your accountants and your CPAs, your people that do with meticulous details, engineers, they're more algebra brained.
I'm only good at algebra.
Yeah, geometry's not my thing either.
It's bad when your math teacher says that.
I missed it.
Geometry is definitely not my thing.
It was a simple.
I'm way better at algebra than I am at geometry. I could do it if I had to, but I'm way better. And what gets me in geometry is the theorems and the proofs. Yeah. Here, a 2 plus a 1 makes a 3. And then this would be x. So multiply coefficients, and you're gonna add your exponents when you're distributing. But now whenever you're adding, like once you get past this part, then you're just looking for if there's another 20, or if there's another x to the third, you'd add or subtract those, okay?
So if there wasn't here, just leave it out.
Dalton, which quiz is it you need to take? Last one, oh, okay, I know, never mind. I know what it is.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Monday's assignment?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Oh, no, really good. Dakota, do you have Monday's assignment? Because you were gone the day we graded it.
What's on?
Page 312.
I have it, but it's not.
Miss Young, does Mr. Ace have extra copies of papers he gave me yesterday? 'Cause I can't. I'm sure they were.
Copies of what papers?
I don't know. I didn't really even look at them.
I have no idea what you're talking about. The ones I gave you back?
No, I'm talking about. He never gave me anything. I was called during encore to his class. He gave me some papers and told me to fill them out.
Oh, no, just ask him for some more. He probably has some more. It's probably for your IP. Dalton,
Mm-hmm.
she is not here today, so let me write you a note.
Yeah. I do not wanna go through that again.
How about we just cover it now?
There was this, like, substitute.
Was her hair dark
Yes,
and kind of bobbed off?
yeah, and she was like really teeny tiny like a twig.
I know who she is. Y'all know who Coach Hudson is?
Yes.
That's his wife.
Oh, I like Coach Hudson.
Yeah, I
That's
like
his
it.
wife. The one you're talking about, because I saw her yesterday afternoon, late in the afternoon, walking down the hall, and I saw her coming from over in that hallway. But that's Coach Hudson's wife.
Is she evil?
I wouldn't say evil, just.
She's a rule follower. She follow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She doesn't let anybody go, or you know, which honestly I appreciate that. I mean,
I did too, but the way she like talked to me about it, like all I did was ask if I could do it, and she was like, "You have a note?" No.
okay, that may be the funniest thing I hear all day. Just saying. Do I have a note?